Hello. So my name is Cindy with Canine Goddess Professional Training, and I am here with little BB. This is one of my dogs that I've been rehabilitating. And one of the things that I did with him was I worked him on leash, taught him all his commands: heel, sit, down, come. But I never actually followed through training him off leash. Mainly because once I got the trust and the respect that I needed, being a smaller dog, he wasn't one that I worried about wandering off. He always stays very close on the property. Now, mind you, he's been with me for a couple of years, and so he's now starting to feel more confident with the property, and I have several acres, and so now he's starting to wander further away. And so if he's sniffing into something, and I call him, he doesn't come like the rest of the pack. He takes his time. And that's on me because I never trained him off leash to respect the commands. You know, we did everything with the on leash, but I never really did the transition. So what I want to do is to go back and start training him through that process again. So we're going to start off with the heel command. And what I'm going to do is bring you along through this process so you can see how I work with them with the heel, and also what the dogs get out of it. But I want you to see the difference. A lot of times we associate these commands with the bigger dogs. We don't really associate them with the smaller dogs. And so I want you to see the process. But I also want to go ahead, by doing this process, I want to explain to you what the different commands mean and what the dogs get out of the commands, not just what we're teaching them. So with the heel command, that's your first command. That's the one I always start with. And a lot of people don't really understand what heel means. So I'm going to explain that and explain, where it came from, when this all started, and that way you'll have a better understanding of what the heel command is, okay? So back, when people used to hunt for food and everything, they always bring their dogs. And so when hunters would train their dogs, they trained them that heel command. And that meant basically standing at their left side closer to the heel. Their feet would be by the heel of the hunter, okay? And that the reason they taught the left side and taught that position was because most hunters were right-handed. So the rifle was on the right-hand side and the dog would be on the left. That was really where the heel came and why there's, so much emphasis on, training on the left side. Does it really matter if the dog's on the left or right? Absolutely not, okay? It's a matter of training them on in my opinion, your strong side. But that's where the history comes from. Now, what does the dog get from the heel command? The dog learns to respect you. That's the command that teaches them that you're the one who's in control, you're the leader, and they need to follow you. This is why the position of the heel command is so important, the actual position. So a lot of times when I'm working with clients, the dog's head will be a few inches ahead of the leg. And they're like, well, that's not so bad. The problem is that in the dog's mind, it teaches them that there's leeway here. They don't have to respect you to the full level because they're ahead, they're leading, they're still in charge. So the proper heel position is where the dog's head should be right at your leg. So that if you turn, so if we're at the left-hand side, if you took a side step to the left, you wouldn't step on the dog, and you wouldn't have to step around the dog. Okay, you should be able to just take a straight step to the left, and the dog's feet are behind you. They're behind your heel, okay? That's the intent. That's what the dogs learn from the heel command. Now, how does this work in obedience? So if I have a dog that is reactive to other animals, the position of the heel is so essential because even just that little 6 inches where the dog's head is a few inches in front of your leg, the problem is that puts that dog in the lead, okay? Because their head is up front here, is in front of you. That tells the dog that whatever is approaching, it's their job to determine if that oncoming person is a threat or not. Versus if their head is behind you, then it's your decision. You're the one who has to decide if the oncoming object is a threat. And then they just respond to you. The dog responds to you, okay? So that's why the actual heel position is so important, especially if you have a dog that is reactive. BB was very reactive, people, dogs, everything. So it was essential that I taught him to stay behind me so I could deal with whatever's coming, okay? And if I say that's not a threat, well, then he just needs to follow me through it. So I'm going to demonstrate here with BB what the actual heel position, what a proper heel position should look like. And then we're going to start the process of how I introduce the heel position to any dog, okay? But I'm going to take this to where I can get him off leash with the heel command. Now, heel, what does it mean? It means at my side. That's the command you're teaching the dog. So in other words, sit and down, those are pretty self-explanatory. But the heel command, you know, there's always, a lot of people think that just means don't pull on the leash. No, it means at my side. Now you can teach the dog to sit at your side, down at your side, stand at your side, it doesn't matter. But the idea is that if I am standing, walking through the yard, and my dog is off leash, running around, if I say heel, the dog needs to come and sit at my side, because that's what I teach them. I prefer the sit. I want them to come to my side and sit. So heel equals at my side, okay? Head behind my leg, okay? That's what it means. This is the first command that you teach. So this is your foundation. This is the beginning of all of the next obedience that you're going through. So the stricter you are with your heel command, the easier it is to teach other commands. Because the dog realizes there's no leeway. Or there is. If you're not consistent with your heel, then the dog learns you're not a consistent leader. And so then they learn, again, that they're still a little bit in control because you allow them to get their head in front of you and kind of lead. So they understand that you're not the strong leader, you're not a consistent leader, which means that they can push the boundaries, okay? You give them boundaries, but you don't really stick to them. So the stricter you are with this one command, the easier it is to teach the other commands, because then the dog learns, yes, you are strict, you're consistent, you're fair, but there's no leeway. Like I have to do this, I have to respect you. If you tell me to do something, I have to do it. You know, there's no options. So let me get the camera in place. We'll put BB down on the floor here, and I'm going to line him up to the perfect heel position, okay? So we're going to do it sideways so you can really see where his head is compared to my leg. Ready, bud? Good boy, wait right there. Okay. This isn't. Okay, so right here you can see. All right, let me move around a little bit. You know what? Let's move you over here. And let's come over here. Come on, big boy. So you see where my leg is. You see where his nose is right there. Sit. Good boy. So you can see where his head is. It's blocked by my leg. So if I want to turn left, I don't step on him. Okay? Sit. No, sit. Good boy. So you see how his little nose is sticking out. That's okay. That's perfect right there. Okay? Good boy. Because again, the idea is that I can turn into him. I can walk. His feet are basically at my heel. That's perfect. Let's go, let's go. And then stop. Sit. No, sit. So I wait him out. He knows what I want. I'm just going to wait until he actually does it. And this is just stubbornness. That's all he's doing. He's trying to be stubborn, hoping that I'll give up. Good boy. Let's go, let's go. So you see how he laid down. That's not what I wanted, and he knew that. I said sit. And he went into the down thinking, well, is that good enough? And so I have to immediately move and then redo it again and try to get him to sit. Sit. Good boy. Much better. So you can see how he's, again, his feet are at my heel, and then his face is pretty much by the leg there. Very good boy, sweetie. Very good. Excellent. Let's go. I'm going to come over here. Let's go, let's go, let's go, buddy. Let's go, let's go. And sit. And you see right now it looks like he's ahead. But once he puts his butt down, he'll be right behind. No. Sit. It's all about consistency. No. Sit. Let's go. So now he tried to pull backwards to see if he could get out of the position. And he realizes he can't because I have that slip leash on. There. Let's go. Let's go. Good boy. Sit. So there he tried that down again. Let's go. Sit. So now we just got to wait him out. So you see how he's trying to pull away. He doesn't want to do this. Let's go. Sit. There, that's much better. That's much better. And you'll see how I can turn, heel, and walk right in front of him each time. Okay, I can just walk. He's back there. I can step, and I'm not stepping on him. Good heel. Good heel, buddy. Very good heel. Sit. And you see that little mind working. He's trying to find something to distract him. Let's go. No. Sit. Good sit. Good boy. Very good, buddy. Good sit. Good sit. Good boy. Very good. Okay, all done. All done, buddy. Very good. All done. So that gives you more of an overview as to why we teach this, the heel, and also how to, and why this position is so important. You need to really, get it right in the sense of that their head is not 2-3 inches in front of you, okay? That their feet are not an inch or two in front of you, because that position tells them that they're in control, which means if they don't want to work, then they determine they don't want to work. If they want to go after, something's coming at them, it's their responsibility because they're in front. It's their responsibility in their mind to decide if that is a threat, so therefore they're going to react to scare whatever away. So if you have a dog that is reactive, then teaching that heel position is extremely important. And again, getting that position exact so that they're behind you, so they understand their place and they understand that you're the one who's going to protect them. It's your decision. If something's coming up, that if it's a threat, then you're the one who's going to deal with that threat, not him. It's not on the dog. So hopefully that will help you kind of understand, because I know the heel position can be very confusing. And then I will take you, each day as I'm working with him, and so you can see his progress. But eventually what I need to do is transfer that to where he doesn't have the leash, and I can say heel, and he will follow me all around right in the proper position. Have a great day.